Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back to Air Radio Salguero Spain. Today, 8th April 2022. As usual, Monday to Friday. The Juma Mubarak. May God bless us with the Ramadan Karim and the first Juma Mubarak. So now the bulletins. We start with the headlines, then after the details. First of all, we start with Standard newspaper. Standard newspaper. Gambia abstains at UN Russia suspension vote. GDC says Cyprus opinion poll not credible. Corona submits report on Fadera's death. And Jawara Foundation launched with 2,500 bags of rice, sugar, Ramadan gift. Travelers stranded as health workers strike. Gambia elects parliament tomorrow. So those are the principal headlines from Standard News. Let's go to points. GRA boss said, government spends millions to stabilize prices. Then, lactating women narrates audios as bullets land in her narrates audios as bullets land in her compound. IDP, displaced people, internal displaced people. New names to take oath on April 14 when elected. TRRC recommends Jammeh's interrogation for prosecution. And then over 5 NPP supporter villages throw weight behind UDP candidate. TGSB sensitize health personnel on importance of calibration in health sector. So those are the headlines. Now the national news from Pointers of Crab Island TVET receives donation of office equipment, UTG. Management students discuss constraint solution for university. GPU. President urges journalists to embrace election safety hotlines. NAM candidate preaches peace ahead of tomorrow elections. So those are the national news headline from Point Newspaper. So the first story we are going to start with from Point is a ERA boss. I think, let me see the highlight. I can confirm it. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's start the details. The GRA boss says Gambia the government spend millions of dollars to stabilize prices. This one by Moru Jao of Point newspaper. Now the details. The Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, Yankuba Dabo, has stated that the recent price hike in commodities in the country is not the government's or GRA's making, arguing that it has a result of coronavirus pandemic and the recent problem between Ukraine and Russia. Most of the basic commodities that are coming into the country don't pay VAT, value added tax. The only thing they pay at GRA is the duty. Even the duty itself, some of them are coming free, like rice. There is no tax on rice, and there is zero duty. I can tell you that there is no VAT on rice. As far as the government is concerned, we are doing everything humanly possible to eliminate the cost. For example, the vegetable cooking oil, in fact, now we are receiving it in the Gambia at free cost. He said on Tuesday during an interview with West Coast Radio on its famous coffee time. As far as GRA is concerned, we don't increase any tax over a long period of time. In fact, at GRA, we don't even have the mandate to increase taxes. To have taxes go up or down is a policy decision from the Ministry of Finance. Even if the Ministry of Finance propose it, they have to go to the Parliament. Prices are going up because there is a problem in the world and people must understand this and accept it, he posited. The government, he went on, is losing a lot of revenue when it comes to some of these basic commodities, adding that the price hike is a matter of global problem and external factors. According to him, the revenue targets for GRA this year is $13.5 billion. Government giving out $32 million on subsidized for January and $57 million for February, and in March alone is $130 million. The money could have been collected by us and help us to meet our targets. However, because of the current circumstances and because of the current world problem, the fuel price in the world have gone so high. The government is coming in the form of a subsidies, and that means we are losing revenue. In this month, April, we are likely to lose over $200 million. These are statistics. I am telling you, this is what the government is going to lose. The real price for gas oil in April should have been $78.57 per liter. However, we are buying it at $61, meaning we are giving every liter $17.5 every liter. The government is losing 17.57 buttons. The actual price for petrol should have been $73.92 per liter, but we are buying liters at 69.39, which means that the government is losing every liter that is sold. If you put all these together, the government is losing over $200 million, which could have come as revenues, he stated. It ends that, no, it doesn't end. Let's go ahead with the other paragraph left down. It is a little bit long. For his part, Abdoulaye Jallow, the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, said the government is losing a lot of revenues due to the subsidized, claiming that this initiative is meant for Gambian to meet demands. The government, P.S. Jallow added, is giving a subsidy on petroleum. The reason we are giving out subsidies on petroleum product is to stabilize and bring stability in the price of petroleum products. The government is doing this with a view to stabilize the price on these products because we know they are very essential in the country. If prices on petroleum increase, it's likely going to affect the price of all other commodities, including direct service. The government is doing its best for price stabilization, as it has also provided a subsidy on electricity. He added, I can comfortably tell you that the taxes we had in 2015 are the same taxes we have now. They don't change. We live in a very dynamic world, and that Gambia can't operate in isolation. You can see the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia is affecting the United States of America. America is experiencing inflation, and the entire world is experiencing inflation. We live in a global integrated environment, so what happened in many other countries equally affect us. If you look at the current inflation in the Gambia, and what is driving the inflation is mainly two aspects, which is international development and the prices of international commodities. Remember, the Gambia is a small open economy, and we heavily depend on imports, which of the foods we eat is imported either from Senegal or other parts of the world. Therefore, because we heavily depend on this import, our inflation is driven mainly by the prices of international commodities because we import them. The government is doing everything possible to stabilize the prices of commodities in the country. We are just having discussions even just now. If you look at what we are losing in terms of revenue on oil is significant. If you take January, February, and March, we lost nearly $200 million on petroleum-related revenues. We took that shock, and with the recent announcement on the prices of petroleum products, we are expecting just in April to lose nearly $200 million. This is what we are going to lose in revenue. On the issue of fertilizers, we are anticipating the subsidy level will be around $600 million, and this doesn't include the subsidy on the purchase of groundnuts, because we are anticipating buying around 30,000 metric tons. Last year, he said the Chinese were here and they bought a significant number of groundnuts, and the government also bought nearly 7 tons of groundnuts. Nearly 7 tons of groundnuts. This year we are buying nearly 50 metric tons because the Chinese are out of the market this year. Therefore, we have to step in and buy all these groundnuts. And again, because of the amount of groundnuts we are buying, the subsidy will increase. It ends there. So it is a very long story because it is into two parts. The other part is from other institution, and the other one from other institution. So jointly on one issue. So stay tuned there. Don't go away. We will back momentarily in Mandinka. Yo, assalamualaikum madam nga continue kibaro la me men karankale angale kawto sande membe ko kibaro kun lo anin kibaro lo fon kono membe jeto so madinga en regle nin pareta ton nga continue kibaro nyem fon yo madam nga continue kibaro in sante me men karankale angale kawto continue kibaro in sante olen kibarol men finta na banko kan na kibar bundal do membe ko standard anim point newspaper so follow kibar kungol do all standard la follow ten sinana kibarol fon ngadung wol kon na nyatanka kanina la ke ba ko on sakundae million le spend nyaadi le wala mo doldunta ka sukuro ke ngatango dolla pour sone andros ke no dal la nyamen anim fana revenue komen duty men ka jo VAT ka men value added tax komen kanana tonomen la ifengo men odana banko ko tan kan pour bina business la yol bondile watinna ko masakunda fota men ika yitule men hayme ko men data million chema fula nin karol nimbodo do molumen borta la satol to tata sate dolto yemen itandi wala nyinte ko kiti kesol wala ka boy ila kordal kon o kamala o kete slanya bati manna na tuno la dingral to fo e botela satol to tata sate dolto iko sama karrefa mekela o men be kanyela jeto men be ko dibiteol ben karo men ko natil tanin nano le wol nyanta ka kalindi pour yela do ko dati na dibite bungot TRRC amaro di ko nyanta ya jamme sambala polisol nyatlon le pour ka nyininka ka mena interrogation for prosecution wala ngede bina kitin la nyame ka continue commentator for NPP over 5 NPP supporters commentator for NPP supportal mentamita molula sata odo to olinat na lo UDP la candidate le koma matanga jiwe sata juma le fang winyin. Supporters of the National People's Party in communities of Ndowen Wolof aning Jongore Kataba sering aning Palol Nyakoi aning Dingriai ol musatel te wolel nyani consequence wolel nana kabo NPP ka lo UDP la debito koma candidate kom TGSB ol fana ye karandro ke kola de membe ko health personals membe do kola na jata kende ya bunda do puru kola kumayala membe ko sinana tembendro ke dinkrato membe ko na jaralo dinkra nyinto so ngot ta duma kibarol men finda point yusiba karabayla na karamun kodo nyin ye de da pu sainte ba de da ka mamba folo ban sainte be joran soto kam men nyanta nyanta men taman la jelay donate men ka foko office joran te UTG wala Gambia la UTG the university Gambia la university ko ila management ko men student ol be sirin sai be kacha ke kan pro ngatangol men be bulu ko men ko le akola karola pro sanaje ko is solution sut no la nyame is na to benni no nyame university nyindo GPU olum Gambia la ki war salal nin ki war sefala la president ay kumandro ke journalist la process so fam ko men tankola inata sante nyin kandi kando me keren ka mena hotline na election na karol dibito candidato ay be mol ya markan safuron kawando pour mon nadron ka mol ya mari fenna membe ko kairola pour nyin sama election men kanate so inel mu kiwarol men findida point newspaper ngata standard newspaper standard men finda jeto o fanan na kiwar kungul fale sina murkoma nga men folo karan nsew fanan karan le manika count para jamfral doman nda be karan no barimba brief la Gambia man mabi comme United Nations be carte fawmen ki kantem pruse Russia suspend follow adaibo United Nations dunia bela ka fonyindo man sakunda banyindo because abe menke kan Ukraine imam mo dango kamala dunia bela man sakunda di amda mammo dango to kakafunyo mamen bibije burga karto fay ka ila kolon dije folo kana na dakeno ila kuto par Gambia ma beje o karte fawoni yemen dante ka continue GDC di amuta de ko sepras yemen fonun kunun ko alam baro la député lebesiala député beti député bomoto membe ko sidla tansaba ko o opinion nyin o man credible manke fente mo selano men Dawda Fadera ambassador koto nyimna men abanta Gambia banko ka membe Americanu ko reporto men corona ya da adile fa aparete sai metemmo men yo katanda wala Jawara la foundation ol fanna na diro ke fenna membe ko boto wuli fula chemelulu manoning sukuro nyin sungaro kono travelers ol tamalal ko be ngatan lalto de anim fanan as comme même que da problème fonti men natal leptano to ka fo leptan dokulal be nyin strike men ke kante be sire manta dokola way ngata samana o karol okay na tondi deputy carte fa nyin na carte fa korda nyin ko samalem hakile bulando tama ale finda ita karto fay alla deputy ol aliaji ko men ibinana isalla hajol toporono deputy bongoto nyame so ina mu kibaro konti men bota standard newspaper so sai kibar folo men karang point newspaper kibaro nyin jamfa batale nta be karan nola nin ko be karan nante dol fo nola comme bari nin ko man nin ko nin angaleo aka kono ka fanu ba nara nga karan kankilin damato o kafisa yo même mo commissioner general di kako man sakunda e kodomen dung price wala mu fengol dala karola sia batale million lem dimale nyimfo ila keba memu yankuba daboti min kiwaro sabe wala momudu jaoti point kiwartala yo sa ngadun kiwaro nyimfo ko nga brief comme commissioner mem mata nyatanga kaninal ila dinkrani memu yankuba daboti ay men dante wala ko santen fengol indomor fengol o mka fengol men kamuna fang ila tilwotili ko ila dala selonyin banko kan ako nyumanke mansakunda la pro wala kede orong itul fang men ka nyatan ko kaning making kamen wala nyinde puru kana ka balan ko la ko it is as a result nyin kata kulet kan da yilo le bije me o sabo wala nyin kuran jawo men follow fintaten nyin sangol kono ka mena corona virus pandemic oni santo kum fanan do fanan na dadu nje membe ko Russia kabri boyta Ukraine kan o chaloni o yiku ta ada janjan ako niagi be nyin domor fon dol kono jamabe je ni min kana na banko kan misai metembo mento ibukana na tonojo comme ala valoro nyin ke kafmena value added tax comme bari ne fon samana banko ka ibina wafila masakunda ka tax sifa jamale lekan indome ka fa value added tax ibuko lekan sai main moment ako the only thing ka menjo wrong sai yare wolam duty to wrong custom duty ko da malejo even the duty itself ako in duty you found some of them dol fanga be sai olmu fengo dol be olmu fril di fembo ka jo wol kan fengo membe ko mano ako there is no tax on rice ako mano nyin kan duty mantraje zero duty wol mano kan sai be tembomen so ka san nyamen nan ni la ferel be ka fu nyoma to ka wafi o price wala ala foronyin ako abeyin fulale ko there is no VAT coming in value added tax min nka foten membe ko tono min yanda ka jo man se aka fengo men samana ala valoro ika men soto jeto fo do di man sala jela o buka jo sai ka men foten min fengol ka membe ko manoni ku ko tan ka continue ko as far as the government coming nina ta man sakunda la karola sulola ko we are doing everything coming be fengo be keka na hadamadi la karola pour que naje ko is nana bondro ko fenna ko membe ko to eliminate the cost coming in cost ni membe mol batande kam fengo la laja wate for example ko min itandro ko wala mu fengo de membe ko vegetable cooking oil wala ni iri kanymen da ni iri fengo la ten iri fengo firoten ka mena vegetable o ajambol o tulonying ako Niagibe, in fact, Tonya, now we are receiving it in Gambia. Come akasota Gambia le free. I mean, dantete. Na tuna memfo fana ko Tuesday wala talata lungla watu wala meng ay kuma kama fo dameng akita radio station me ka fuje West Coast na tuna kuma fo Walter Purka senendi molla ay ka mena famous coffee time Peter Gomez la radio station nyindo. Ako kabiring ninata GRA la sula kola ako sai itol mang ibuka la faro ke itol buka la faro ke nying jutil la itol buka la faro ke jutil la ning tata fo wati jang jutil mang la fa I mean dante ako tonya GRA we don't even have mandate itol mang sembo soto karo la puru se la faro ke no tax la nyame wala nying nyatanko menga jote o juti to have taxes go up comme pourka ñing jutilta wala to note kamen lela fionka yemen import na ko ala selo na la jio o policy o decision o buka botoliade o simfal buka botolia menyanta tamala o koldo akabo mindo ministry bunda marra bankola kodo safar nyakuna o kodo dogundi nyakuna akabo wolto kamena finance hani wolto olfon ni ya dai parita fo ya samba na député bonto comme pour nin la farobe kala kol katu ko there is a problem comme ka meitan don ni abe meitan ni ganda wala ni waketa obekela muna don comme problème wala be sotrin comme dunia kono ni aje fango dabe la fala santé bente momento problème wala be dunia ni kono baytolu man sembe soto pour ka fengol da lafano o juti lafano pour men sarna fengol da si lafa donc finance ministry wala be maralen wala barul fana ni ba kala foita député moto council jet commence kunda na gibe na tenten ko be fokande baba kede ni na da nyatan ko la karola comme ni gibe it comes to some of these basic communities amansum fenna ni abotanan ni fengol men kam muna fela na domor fengol ten anin kukaton men lungolung fonga wolta nge soton na balwo kon ay la faro ke fanan ko fengol dala seloten ako nyimu feneti is global ni o moy drong dunia be la problem wala mu nyindi external factor le in samana ko me bantala kul wala le nyin ku sam banan e natna itan to ko to himate ko ni ajibe nyatan ko nyin ibe men ngaba kan pro nyinan sangola fang mbita kanyan billion tang anin sabaw million cheme lulu ibewole ngaba kan nyinan nyanta kamen soto I mean dante ko bari Mansakunda has given out Mansakunda na diro ke million tan saba anin fulalla ni ya gibi kome ka fengol dal ko tembendi menna kome purada se kanyang ka menna subsidy Mansakunda ka makoro menge January kono ko anin fanan million talulu anin worawula dalaso February kono yola bondi March karo fanan million cheme match karo dama million cheme million tan saba ye wala dong ke subsidized nyin fengol la kokun na tende fana ko nyin kodo nyin could have been nyin sik kafno nyomale komen bari abaka ke kod chiros lala bari ka komen anyanta dunna jola fengol men ko na mansa kundai do ko kala wala manke sai bari ibuka kanin nyin fengol kunna watna ko tol manyin kodo ta ka collect I mean dante pro sinana kol tobendi men ngawa kan ko be kola nyaji be katuko nyaji be santeng be kol nata nyamen katuko nyin dunia kono problem be kerin santeng wala nyin kol be samana the current circumstances and because of the current world problem wala nyin sansante nyin kol men nata molme illa men mantora kolta anim fanan problem be kerin dunia kono nyin tembol ni nata jibe membe denin mala fen fuel men motol kame use ko ufanan na danyin na karola dunia kono aseleta le fa atambita man sakunda na indi form comme nyala membe ko ka kodole say comme nyin fengol noto membe ko o ka fo fenela men ka du nyin fengol ka ibuka kan nyin fengol kan ka walati ne ka fo nyatan ko nyinna I mean dante ako nyin karo dama April memba kono ta ko we are likely to lose comme as a keno banko abe fola menna dalaso la karola million chema fula in karo mem bakonde ako these are a statistic comme to leme yenka ni mu wallet ako abe fola le ko this is what the government is going to lose nyinem fengote men man sakunda be nyin kodo nanka mole abe fola wala inan sango nyin karo kono sorry membe ko million cheme fula ko neajibe di real price comme be tembo mento gaso wala isanso ni gas welol titen ko adabe tembo mento be yin karo men konten ako should have been anyanta kila dalasi taw woro wula ani bututu tallulu ani woro wula wala liter kilo nyanta wafila wala Gambia Bangkoka ko bari however obe neajibe we are buying sign ba sankan price o men na wala dalasi taw woro ani killing mane o sabu man sakuna duty men bonda ka ate ka menna VAT wala o sabu so buka fenso je nin kumu wala la price to nin dala tower nin kilonto nonde anyanta kila tower wala ani sei kasi tan sewbe dasa wala mutan sewbe dasa la domani ka continue hani bi ako ni ajibe nyingi woyeme tan we are giving every liter wala be litero men dika comme litero liter men dikan jeto wala dalastan nen warawla man sakunda be wala dikan comme ka fomen the government is losing 17.57 fanan ni na ta gibe butut comme be fokan wala comme man sakunda be men dikan nin litero la karola o 17.51 wala taw ani warawla butut talun nin kilen bare anim fanan be fokan men na fanan ni na gibe liter la karola obtada kanyan dala stang ani warawla butu tal lulu ani warawla ka continue ko ako santem fa nyin petrolo dabe tembo mi dala actual price kuma santem dame ba kunna anyanta kala taw warawla ani sabalem butu tan konontoni fula litero nyin ko bari we are buying sign ba sankan litero tan woro ani kononto butu tan saba ani konon ko which means nyemne yitan ne wala ngende ko the government is losing man sakunda be fokan liter men wafi Gambia banko ga man sakunda be fokan ko dol lagel ako if you put all this name be kafu nyoma ne ajibe man sakunda sainten abe fokan menna wala mu dalaso million chema fula même fo be fokan men ako nyimu fenneti men nyanta kala nyatan koti bankoy ay men itan natna tenten fana ati kewdo natna tenten kewdo fana ndiamata men Abulai Jallo atemu permanent secretary de ministry bunda matra safaro ko la banko kan kodo ka topoto nyamen economic affairs anim safaro finance bankola kodo kadun fengol kunna nyamen o bankola kodo ka topoto nyamen ministry bunda matrala ning bankola fanko ko ko tan laten ay men fa ko man sakunda be fokan kodi jamal la komen ati fanam ya dasay yare la boss la kuma kala kan abe man sun fenna subsidize comme man sakunda ka timmandro menge kola bara ka nyaadi le aka jutil le bonde fengol kam pour ça fengol das jino nyame même foka wala nginte ko comme kol dati nyala ni ajibe ni mu fenneti min fo imu feneti yenke dayle kan ka initiative ya ko komen ka wala into pour Gambia deol la sulo sa sutno nyame na tenten ako yajibe man sakunda atanyin permanent secretary jalla men la fa kuma kam abe men di kan ni nata ka fengol timmandi men ka men subsidize ni nata isanso fanana karola adiamato fanana ako dayilo me atena ko we are giving out subsidies comme benin timmandro men ke kan pour isanso la karola ko purudrong ka tembendro ke kula comme ka men is to stabilize and bring pour nana samandro kena stability la pour na fengol dala karola se taranod la kili membe ko nyim petroleum product nyim comme isanso nyim me molike muna found comment sakunda is doing this with a view comme man sakunda be nke kan wala ngenti ko pour se tembendro keno fengol dala membe ko nyim product civil ko kati ko santen they are very essential nyim fenalty na fa warta baba ke banko kan kumata banko kan wala na man sakunda be nke ka ako ni ajibe fengol da ni membe ko nyim petroleum lafata ko it is likely nyimu fenet is going affect comme nyimu fenet abe toro dila ko la de nyim price o nyin membe ko is all over commodities ako affect the whole of other communities comme nyimbe mu fenet askeno abe fen kotongol be abe mantoro samana wol be karola men be wol kono sako fenomen akana direct service comme offensive alternative mol katukumen folola na tendem falang ako mansakunda is doing its best mansakunda bala katako be kan pruning fengol dala pruka tenkunu no likely nyame and it has also provided nana sotondro ke kola de member ko nyin fonko me ka kete subsidize membe ko timmandro me kage prusa jiko fengol date jawya bala komen kuran fana na karola ye o fana ke woto la o fana yitan na la faro ke fana ko I can comfortably komen abi sirin abi tankun na same fono ko abi laringa la kola ko kaje ko duty men we had in 2015 duty mbe kerin nun kabrin 2015 ka men collect nun Gambia banko kan tax la karola ako hanibi abewol do femmal la faje femman talaje to so mo kana mera comme fengol dal jutil la fara fengol da ka wole fengol da jawan ako wole yitan ako they don't change ako buka falling ako ima falling ako they don't change buka falling ako we live in a very dynamic world me dunia men kona warta bakila anim fana Gambia fanan ka tetamano la faye comme ka men ko kurka fang isolate olan kat kulka adam madrong Gambia to keno me dunia men kono ngin dunia sa dunia be wi chokri nyobala ngin dunia men awarta bake ko kamala Gambia ta fang isolate no la men dante nin kuy doye la kota nyim batano be Gambia fana batana ko ni ajibe fang sainten chelo men be ke kanten Ukraine nin Russia tema nyimbe torrentro le ke kan hani America banko men sembo fang warta ani ko America sainten fengol man lo datu ka men ko inflation ko nina jibi banko mumo ila banko mumo inflation mbeja sembo wara bar la wala American ako we live in a global integrity saembe dunia men kono be dunni nyokono le environment nina ta jibi me nyamen al hala karola o ndanol so ako what happened in many other countries men kata dingra koton to abinana abem fanan man toral I mean dande ako ni jibero ke fanan ko la santen membe ko fengola dala lo balia black lika mena inflation in the Gambia banko kan ko what is driving me o samana wala ko ma samana ni inflation mainly for purmona drone ku sifa fulal al hal fulal be jeta which is in international wala banta banta ko la development of Kenya anim fanan price ka develop nyamen bantala ani the is which international development and the price of international communities wala al hal flow mento don bantala ka develop nyamen dunia bantala comme memman ke Gambia konoti anin price will be banta fana nyamen dunia karakota wala wala kanyin sabu fengol la karol ako remember ali sakal ali halki bulandi ko di Gambia mu bankuleti ko bankul ninem small open economy la fanam. Gambia is small economy bankula meng ati economy fankom babula dango do ya batla nim fanan ndol be dikrim baake mune kan ka fengol kumandina wandi bankole kan ke samana na bankoka which is comme membe ko na domor fengol ten ka mendo o be nka bonina wandi bankole kan fo Senegal bank o banko kotangol to dunia kara kotangol ako be katenden ako katu ko niaji be ndol be depending mune kan wala ka fengol bona bantatron ndol la kube be dikring wala ka wole katina kantol fonga batan ako ni ata fanan fengol la lo bali adula kile men ko samana wala ngente ko nyim price wala mu bembe dunia bantala fengol da kuna ko katu ko ndol ko dunia mo la fengol le samana I mean dande ka continue ko mansakunda be continue kan ne puruka ko be ke tron sinana nyim price nyim ko men wala mu fengol da sa atindino la killing nyaming membe ko demor fengol men ngedam ako we are just having discussions and them from ako but there are more cake and membe ko just now ako mem for the sande ako if you look at what we are losing ko niaji be ibe foka men na nina da kola karo membe ko nyatan kola karo la ko sako tulonyin na karo la membe ko oil ako kulezi men akumata back if you take January nina da if you take January ni January ta February wala March in karsabo banko fota men na wala mu dalaso million chema fulate fana o yitanni afanan o fanan anim fana nina ata petroleum related revenue ko membe ko isanso fanan kan nyatan ko men ka soto yo be o sap ko we took that shock ngomo tremma kote ngotale anim fanan with the recent announcement ko men santen nin kukuro men fintaten membe ko on the price of petroleum product ko men wala mu mala la karola damen finta geto sande ako we are expecting just in April comme be larin ko nyin karom men ba kon den banko beta fola menna beta fo dalaso million chema fula so this is what we are going to lose nyinam nyatan ko tembe fola menna man sum fenna fo nyin kolmen man sakula revenue bondika ko on this is nyin ko kan ko membe ko kudo fanana membe ko fertilizer jamando ko we are anticipating be nyato sikang promo nado nyanta nyin subsidy men kala membe kala puruka level be around comme membe ta fo million cheme woro nyanta kawle dung fertilizer la ko kunna bo kala bune di subsidy ma ko rola karola nyon dingranin ako this doesn't include nyi manga fende subsidy men panan komen abesanna men de membe ko subsidy manga subsidy de membe ko be tiosanna men kato ko we are anticipating be button roke kan ko be tiosanna around 30,000 metric ton nginan ko be wala sanna Gambia banko ko seru niaji be men fo wala nginde ko Chinese tarta nun Gambia la woliye men sanna tiyo nyindo siata bakele ni ata tono la karola ako nearly 7 metric ton with banko yo damala sang to la banko nyen to nyin membe sanda membe ko metric ton talul wo Chinese lo sang Gambia la tiyo ako so sai mem ko tong Chinese nyinan mantra nyin marketo kon de woltin na tiosan ako therefore we have to step in wala information sakunda na we asingo dundu nyin ko kono o ka simfata pro nyin sandro nyin na membe ko tiola carol so bari mammo ko so men sa sang ito labina sanna aka men dante ko men wolam tro man sakunda nyanta ko do men spenna nin kumu abe lafa kanne na balwola carol ako men dante so nyin kuma ka danto jam fatale malla finon ka be karambar fo so pro bari diamo nyin men asabeta ni ma bang e bugana na kunna afenyelong so kama warna nga a press ke ko fat pour ka aftandal so mina nyaato do man nga jibe malon yalla benna system o nyindo nga men soto 44 minutes so let's see nga jibe BII-KIIBAARO men karanna ada standard newspaper ngin dota o manjam fa baake membe ko Gambia mankita karte fawmin bi kikang nung jana United Nations dunia belaonsakunda ba nyinto New York pro ka Russia bondi follow United Nations na mansakunda ba nyin kono atuko ibe men kikang imam mo danku me la moy mola dunia mola ibe wandi mol fakang ibe la bankoti nya ko membe ko Ukraine. So kiwaro nyimang jamfa baki ko men tata fo banku tallulu aning say membersul and be United Nations pro ka karto fay ku banku tallulu aning say abstain in yesterday comme ni banku tallulu len say in men bibi United Nations kono ulel mankita man nana ka karto fay pro ka Russia dabondi follow United Nations nolan dunia bela kafubani comme ninata wala ila karome ka fuko Human Rights Commission o nyinto be bari nyiniye adama don la nyantol tinya o kamala nyanta ka karto fay ke bondi woto follow ko United Nations la General Assembly men ya kunun puru ka karto fay ka Russia bondi jeto follow nyin United Nations Human Rights Council nyindo over report ko men be findi kanang ni nata gross and systematic comme be men use kan o denkrato be tinyaro men ke kan adamadun la nyanto la karola anin landa tambo me ba ke kan adamadun la karola in banko me ba kilandi kanta men ko Ukraine o deylo latina kansulo la fita ke bondi nyin kansulo la denkra nyindo wala Human Rights Commission on men na bo Moscow wala Russia la capital to announce in adna kankularo ko it was quitting the body wala ngin drong it will fanan adna nyem fo ko be findla o body nyindola o dinkra o kafo nyind ako nyaji be the US wala America led o men nyaton kala ye pusro ke ko nyorin roke burmo na drong ka mena garnet 93 votes comme not naga fende de carte kiso min soto tan konon ton in saba in favor pour kanyin mol bonde Russia bonde consulo nyin while 24 comme mentata fo banku muang anin nan men they vote no comme wol mansong ay ye bonde bari banku tallul ning sey comme Gambia be men kono men manta aben dulanyin to akatre fight dulanyin two third comme niaji be kemo kono si la saba ko majority of voting members in wala jama men ka karto fay mentata fo members wala karola keme tanko nonto anin saba ila General Assembly men akake New York ten ko absent son so comme molmen mankite manda do not count im call count and was needed comme suro pro ning Russia ke bondi to suspend Russia kabo Russia bondi ning 47 member Geneva based Human Rights Council nyindo comme ka la se bon la damen to ten ko sula kolam pro karte kesola karola ite bondi nola fono yo nanga mosot kamala ben blanning imana succeedol ko Gambia Senegal and most of other African countries will be among banku tallulo aning seo nyin will be mankitale manta nyin bendula nyin to karre fa men ya wulindi Russia kante to halbi ngajibe fonse kibar sutundo fana jeba ngambe men la fala nyinga so ndomo opposition Gambia Democratic Congress comme ye robiske comme nyin opinion labango men finta pool of center policy wala separasti comme la research and la strategic studies me kafo ka command separas la comme ko in mu feneti to be men command ka calling it misleading comme to ba fo kan ro nyim mol filindi kanne comme jumale nyim fo GDC la mol o nyimu fenete it does not reflect in mantra itandring ninata fact men be kol kang banko nyin kono nyin yemen fotara niol mang nyoma fengo fenne ke be mol filindi kan ron ko sepras len sobe yemen bonditen arabalola komen predicted komen ka nyaro si kola membe kala komen National People's Party of President Adama Barrow la party nyin men abinana jama sut la siran la karola nyin sibidlung sama karte fawo men kanate polling station do men bita fo kemo kono sidla